is a nation in which fish constitutes about 60% of animal protein intake. Let's have a conversation on tilapia fingerlings production here in the eastern region, precisely in a farm called Mackenzie and Son Fish Farm Limited. My name is Anyanam and welcome to the Ghanaian Farmer. Get interactive on our social media platform on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube, the Ghanaian Farmer. I'm going for a quick breather. When I come back, seated next to me is Godfred, the farm manager. He's going to enlighten us about this side of business when it comes to aquaculture here in Ghana. Stay tuned. Seated next to me is Mr. Godfred Yeboah. He's the farm manager at Mackenzie and Son Fish Farm Limited. Thanks for joining us. Today, our discussion is tailored towards fish fingerlings production. What do we mean by that term?
Okay, so fish fingerling, and let me be specific here, tilapia.
Okay.
Fish fingerling.
Yes,
because
please.
we have other species.
Fish, yes.
Fingerling.
Yes.
So tilapia fingerlings is basically the babies of tilapia, which you have grown them to a finger, a size of your finger. Okay, so baby tilapia that is grown to a size of a human finger is what we call tilapia fingerling.
Okay. How do you come by this fingerlings? Is it through the parent or this artificial way you produce the fingerlings?
So first of all, the fingerlings are produced initially by the parents, where we call them the broodstocks.
Okay.
So we have the broodstocks or the breeders. These breeders produce the offspring, and the offsprings are most of the time what we term as the fry.
Okay.
So we have two ways. We have the natural production or the natural, if we use a very technical term, we say spawning. So we have the natural spawning and artificial spawning.
Okay.
Now the natural spawning is where the female tilapia will produce the eggs, hatch the eggs, and for the eggs to hatch, for the fry that you are looking for, which is the baby or the offspring, for you to collect it and further grow them to your fingerling stage. Then we have another means where the female will only produce the eggs. Then you, the farmer, you collect the eggs, do your incubation, which is artificial incubation. Then when you incubate them for a period of time, they will also hatch into the fry.
Okay.
Then you collect the fry and continue the feeding to the fingerling stage.
Okay. At what age does a female tilapia is able to produce eggs for hatching?
Okay. So a female tilapia at 4 months.
4 months can start production of eggs. Okay. How long do they get pregnant for?
Okay. So they get pregnant for 21 days.
21 days.
Yes.
And if they get a pregnancy, how long do they carry the eggs before they lay the eggs for you to collect and hatch?
Okay, it takes 14 days.
Okay.
When they are hatching it per natural hatching, and we are going to collect the fry. But when you want to collect the eggs, then it is 10 days.
Okay. All right. How many eggs does a female tilapia lay at a go?
Okay, that is 200 on the average.
200?
Yes.
Okay. So after they lay these 200 eggs, and they are not hatching it on its own, and you collect it to a different stage, tell us the process that happens at that time.
Okay. So, the female lay the eggs. Now, in the system, we have both males and females in the system.
Okay.
Now, what tilapia production or reproduction does is external fertilization. So when the female lay the eggs, the male will come and share the sperms on it. Then, now, after the sharing of the sperm, the female will now take the eggs into the mouth and start the incubating process. So if you are a farmer and you want only the eggs, after 10 days, when you get to your system where your female and males are, you take all the females. Now you take them one by one, you open their mouth, when you open their mouth, you will see the eggs in their mouth.
Okay.
Then you wash it into a bowl with water. So you do all those processes. So if you are having about 1,000 females, you do individual.
Okay.
So you are able to get all of them. Then now, when you have your eggs in your bowl, you take it to your incubating room. Your incubating room will contain the incubation jar, where the jars where you are going to put your eggs, and a system, a water system, because fish is water. The eggs too has to depend on the water for oxygen and other things. So the water will run along as the eggs are rotating. As it rotates, it turns the eggs.
So what you're saying now is the artificial way of hatching. Okay. And
after 5 days period, by minimum 5 days, you see that all the eggs that were in the incubation have transformed into the fry.
Okay. Okay. Right. I want to know what form of environment do you keep the fingerlings you're growing for buyers to come and buy, as against the parents? Do they stay in the same environment?
No. Now, when you collect the fry or the baby, the offspring, we keep them in a different environment.
Okay.
Now, because the environment you are going to keep them should be more
cooler,
and at the same time it should be very neat.
Okay.
Clean
Okay.
environment.
Okay.
So always before you do the collection, you need to prepare a system where you are going to keep them. So some keep them in a net, in an earthen pond. Some too have concrete tanks that they keep them there. Some have a lot of systems. Some even have a canopy system like this, material like this, where they keep them.
Okay.
So, but the fact on the ground is they shouldn't be with their parents.
Okay. We will show that system for every person to see. Now, how many times do you feed the fingerlings?
Okay. So, we feed them minimum 5 times in a day, 2-hour interval.
Okay.
So mostly we do it, we said 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12, 2 and 4.
Okay.
So by 4 o'clock, at least workers have closed.
Okay.
So that will be the last feeding.
Till the next morning.
Till the next morning.
Okay. Now I see some 3 feed over here.
Okay.
Now these are the feed that you give them at that very tender age. Okay, how long do you give them this feed for before you switch to another feed? And what do you call this feed? What are they made of actually?
Okay. So these are the feeds. These are Ranan feed.
Okay.
It's a company in Ghana
that produces feed for fingerlings.
Okay. Feed for fingerlings.
Right.
Now, in the middle here, we have a very powdery feed.
Okay.
Okay. This powdery feed is what we give to the fresh fry. That is the baby, the offspring. When you collect them immediately from the mother, this is the feed we give them.
Okay.
And they eat this feed for 28 days.
Okay.
Because what we do is there is a term we call sex reversal. Now the sex reversal is a process where we try to transform
female fingerlings to a male. That is, you want to do commercial production. All right. Okay. So they will consume this for 28 days.
Consume this one for 28 days.
Okay.
After the 28 days, they finish their sex reversal process. Then we come to this one. So they will also take this one feed. Now, this is a powder feed. This is what we call in Ranan. We have TC2.
Okay.
TC2. Okay. That is the label they give is being assigned to the feed. Okay. This is TC0. This is TC2.
Okay.
Okay. So this TC2, after they finish the 28 days, they go to the TC2.
Okay.
Now this one too, they will eat for 1 month.
Okay.
That's 30 days.
Okay.
After the 30 days, they will be in the region of 2 grams.
Okay.
Then from the 2 grams, now they can take the TC4.
All right.
Okay. So from
so
this,
by the 3rd month or 12 weeks,
yes,
they can consume this
they
one.
Can consume this one.
Okay, all right. And all between the 1st to 3rd month, it is still the 5 days, 5 times in a day.
Yeah, it's still the 5 times
with 2-hour interval.
2-hour interval.
Okay. Now let's look at the climatic condition that even the fingerlings are okay with, because I know with the parent ones, they are very okay with whether rainy, sunny, it's okay. How about the fingerlings?
It's not true.
Okay. How about the fingerlings?
Okay.
Which one do they like?
Okay. Tilapia basically within the temperature of 29 to 31 degrees Celsius.
But you cannot control the temperature.
So you need to get machines to check your temperature.
Okay.
Whether in the open water system or in your earthen pond or tank or everything. At least you should have, if you are a fingerling producing company, you should have your thermometer,
a system to check the weather temperature for you.
Okay,
if I want to go into fingerlings production or maybe growing the mature one to sell, which stage do you advise I buy that the risk is very minimal?
Okay, so the best is the 5 gram.
5 gram.
Yes, 5 gram. If you are a commercial farmer, you want to buy fingerlings and culture to a grower, 5 gram is the best.
Okay.
At that stage, they are strong. Their immune system is stronger, and they will be able to withstand any pressure.
Okay.
Because mostly Ghana, our farms here are the road to our farms are not the best.
Yes.
So they need to travel along
a
distance.
road.
Yeah, and the distance also.
So 5 gram is okay.
It's okay.
Okay. How much or how do you sell it? Do you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? If the person I want 100, then you count 100, you give to the person. And how much is one?
Okay. So now, if the person is buying, let's say about just 100 pieces, maybe he has a backyard farm,
yes,
and you want to buy 100 pieces, that one we can use our hands to count one. But if the person is buying, let's say about
2,000 or
5,000, then it means that we need to use a system of average.
Okay.
Okay. So from the initial onset, we will use a scale, and we term it as a gravimetry system.
Okay.
Now we use a scale, and we count a certain number. Let's say we count 100.
The quantity.
Yes. Now then we know the weight of the 100.
Okay.
So if 100, we know that the weight of the 100 was maybe 50 gram. Then we know that then if you divide 50 gram by 100, you will get an average weight for one. So let's say if an average weight for one is 2 gram, then if
you multiply
fish
by
is
that
equal to
number,
2 gram, then 10,000 fish will be equal to how many grams?
Okay.
So when we are able to get that weight or that gram, then we use the scale to be weighing.
All right. How much is the 5 gram per one?
5 gram is now 40 pesos.
40 pesos.
In nowadays, I think prices and things are going up. So we are planning to review the prices again and see how best we can, so that we wouldn't be fingerling producing sector wouldn't be at a loss.
Okay.
And the farmer too wouldn't
be at a loss either. Okay. We are going for a quick break that take and stay. My name is Enyunam and this is the Ghanaian Farmer. Get interactive on our social media platform. Go on YouTube, the Ghanaian Farmer. Go on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, the Ghanaian Farmer. Share your views with us. If you have any question for Godfred, just share with me. I'll make sure he tackles that for you. Godfred, the continuous change of water during each phase, it's very, very important, right? I know that when it comes to crops or livestock, there are certain diseases that worry them. In this process of hatching, do you have anything that can happen which would cause the fishes to die? And what are these, and how do I treat it in case I want to go into this business?
Yeah, there are diseases which is affecting fingerling production. So I know Fishery Commission and other people are seriously working on it.
Okay.
Yes, we have fungal diseases which affect them, and the fungal disease mostly is during your handling process. When you don't handle them well and they are and there are bruises around them, the fungus are able to take advantage of that system for the sauce and other things. then they develop and they will kill them.
Okay.
There are also viruses, the tilapia virus in the water. So definitely, as you are using the river and there are viruses in it, where it's affecting them. They get attacked. But all these things happens when their immune system becomes weak.
Okay.
Or when during the handling you stress them. When you stress them, then the other bacteria and other fungal infections will be able to take over and affect them.
All right. So if a farmer comes to buy from you and he's transporting to, let's say, Bubuash, Carnation, and that's where my backyard farm is. So I came to buy, let's say, a quantity of 500, and I'm transporting. What environment, what kind of van or car, or what kind of container do you suggest I bring to buy to keep them very stress-free and then get to my farm?
Okay. So when you come, the farm has a mode of transport.
Okay.
That we will do. We have a packaging system. How we package it. We have a polythene bag, which is a transparent one. And this transparent one, we put water into the bag. Then we put the oxygen. We have this artificial oxygen that they use at the hospitals and other things. We also have some. So we will put the oxygen when the bag with the water. Then we put the fish in it. Then we add the oxygen. So when we add the oxygen and we tight it,
it will keep it alive.
Yes, it will keep it alive.
Okay.
You can transport it from here to even north.
Okay.
Everywhere it will go.
Okay. In every farming, we have the high season and the low season. Does it apply to tilapia fish farming too? Or yes. You are in business all year through?
Yeah, we are in business all year through. But within the year, there are certain times when requests for tilapia fingerlings and table size are low.
Which month in the year is that?
Okay, mostly within the month of June. During the rainy season, let me put it that way. During the rainy season, so from now, April, May, June.
Sales is a bit low.
Sales is a bit slow.
Okay.
But mostly, sales are very good during December and January. Okay, December for the table size. January
for the fingerling.
Okay. Because during that process, a lot of farmers have sold
their
table size and now coming for
new ones to go and start the process again. Okay.
So during that process, it's very slow.
Okay.
And during May, June to not the one they stopped January, they are harvesting.
They are mature for harvesting.
Okay. So that one too, then you see that the fingerling request is very slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need some form of training? Assuming I have heard of Mackenzie and Son Fish Farm Limited today on the Ghanaian Farmer, and I decide that I want to also start my own backyard. Do I need to come to your farm for you to train me, or I can just watch this interview and I'm okay with the information and good to go with?
Oh, I think this interview is maybe a very short. Tilapia farming takes a lot.
Okay.
It entails a lot. So if you really want to, then there should be a little form of training.
Okay.
There are a lot of them on the net. You can be reading to equip yourself for your backyard. But if you want to go commercial, then you need a lot of training.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many times do you harvest the ones for tabletop? How many times do you harvest it?
Okay. For my farm here, every week.
Every week?
Every Wednesday we do harvest.
How many tons do you harvest every week?
Okay. For our own, we are not looking at tons. We have orders.
Okay.
So we get orders from Accra, Kufodia, wherever.
In that case, how much sales on an average are you able to make on a week?
Okay. On a week is about, let's say, about 7,000.
7,000?
Yes.
Every week?
Yeah.
What is the size of your fish farm?
Okay. The whole farm?
Yes.
The whole farm is about 13 acres.
13 acres of land?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How much did you invest into this, or you and your partners?
Okay.
Do you have a fair idea of how much you invested?
Yes. For now, we spent almost about 1 million Ghana cedi.
For cage construction?
For the cage construction.
For the
for our security system. You can see that we have CCTV cameras, security system, the ponds, the offices, all the environment.
Everything.
Everything.
Okay, so within this period of 2 years, would you say the capital you have invested, you are recouping or you have even recouped your money?
Yeah, we've not.
You are still in the process?
Yeah, we are still in the process.
Okay.
And I can see that things are okay. So if you can see, we are trying to even do expansion to be able to produce more.
Okay.
So we know that if things were not good, we will invest more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, if someone asks, is fish farming a profitable business, what will you say?
Yeah, it's good. It's very profitable. But when you get the right people to do the right thing for you.
What do you mean? Is it about labor or what exactly?
Yes. So the first and foremost, labor. Okay. You need to get a committed people, technical people who will be able to tell as to when and how things should be done.
Okay.
Okay. Then the committed people who sacrifice at any point in time to all.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you are able to get these people on board, fish farming is a very lucrative business.
I see. Really, fish farming is a very, very lucrative business. This is the Ghanaian Farmer on Joy Prime Television. My name is Enyonam. I'm having a conversation with Godfred Yeboah. He is the farm manager at Mackenzie and Son Fish Farm Limited here in the eastern region. But the community is called Akwemufie. Yeah, exactly. That's where they are located. We are going for a quick breather. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at 60 seconds and then we'll wrap up the interview with him. Let's take a look at what is happening in the agriculture sector. We'll be back to wrap up on the conversation. Take and stay. Thanks for joining us again. This program is proudly sponsored by Lizzie and Lee Tomato Mix. If you're going out there to the market to buy some ingredients for the home, remember the tomato paste you have to buy. That contains a lot of vitamin and fiber for the meal you're cooking. It makes your meal very, very delicious, especially when you're preparing jollof, gravy, granite soup, anything. You should buy Lizzie and Lee Tomato Mix. We are also running a promo. If you want to travel the festive season coming ahead, or you want to win some cash or some product from us, remember to buy Lizzie or Lee Tomato Mix. My name is Enyonam and this is the Ghanaian Farmer. Get interactive on our social media platform. Go on YouTube, the Ghanaian Farmer. Go on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, the Ghanaian Farmer. Share your views with us. If you have any question for Godfred, just share with me. I'll make sure he tackles that for you. Godfred, so you did mention that this kind of business is very lucrative. But let's also look at the challenges involved in this business. If I'm aspiring to go in this business, what are some of the challenges that I will be encountering? And how do I go about it?
So, first of all, the challenge that you face is capital.
Okay.
Where to get capital. Because if it's not from your own pocket, it's difficult getting a loan from any bank or wherever to start this capital. So it's very capital intensive. So if you don't have the capital or maybe support from somewhere, it will be difficult.
Okay.
So that is the first challenge.
Okay.
The second challenge has to do with cost of inputs. The cost of doing this business, the inputs are very expensive. You look at the nets, the systems, all those things are very, very expensive. So those are the challenges. Then we come to even the feed. It's also very expensive.
Okay.
Very, very expensive. So those are the challenges. And the last challenge that you even encounter, if you don't have correct people, as I was saying, is thievery.
Okay. They will steal.
They will steal you.
Okay.
They will steal. So they are big challenges, especially the community guys and other things. Yeah. So it's a big challenge. There are a lot of challenges that you face. Yeah.
So, Godfred, we are wrapping up our interview. Okay. What do you have to tell aspiring fish farmers, especially tilapia farmers? What is your educational background?
Degree.
You're a first degree holder. Did you study agriculture or aquaculture?
No, unfortunately, I didn't study anything about fish.
Okay.
Let me put it there. I'm a biotechnology student.
Okay.
Yeah, from the University of Cape Coast.
Okay.
But where I did my service, I had a background of genetics, and that is where we started doing the development of tilapia strain. So I was partly involved in
exposed to that area.
To that area.
Okay.
So I've done a lot of work on tilapia strain development.
Okay.
So I got that interest in it. So after my national service, a couple of work that I did, I decided to, okay, why not me to establish my own something, and I see what will come out.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So, Godfred, your last words to people who are watching you. What message do you have for the youngsters? You are a first degree holder, and this is what you find yourself doing. You're very passionate. I see how excited you are telling people about this business. What do you have to tell them? What are your last words?
Okay, what I want to tell my fellow young brothers and sisters who want to go into aquaculture is a very lucrative business. Although, say when most of the time you tell somebody that you are doing fish farming, they see you to be it's a dirty job. But fish farming is not a dirty job. This one I will chip in this. Somebody will say that okay, so I will encourage them, those who want to go into aquaculture. It's a very lucrative work. If you learn it and you learn it well, you'll be able to get the results that you want to.
Okay.
So I'm entreating all of them to enter.
All right.
And let's see.
Okay.
If they need any assistance or anything, they can consult.
Okay.
Some of us.
Okay. Your number? Can you put your number on?
So my number is 0249 622 401.
Okay.
0249 622 401.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for having us in your farm. We are very grateful.
Thank you.
So if anything, we'll refer the people to you. All right. So viewers, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week.